Hello everyone. This is a response to a video by Condell entitled The Crisis of Secularism. Now, for those of you militant Muslims and lefties who get offended by Condell and are expecting some kind of clever retort where I call him a racist and a bigot and deconstruct all of his arguments, I'm afraid you may be a bit disappointed. Because I quite like Condell. I mean, I watch some of his videos. I agree with most of what he says about Islam. I agree with his assessment of politics in Europe. And I think he's quite funny. So keep it up, Pat. Well done. But this latest one, I have to say I disagree. I share your belief, and I'm talking to Condell, and I'm talking to a lot of his followers as well, I suppose. I share your belief that we all want to live in a free, open society where all people are accepted, all views and opinions are acceptable, and other faiths are tolerated, but that fascism is not tolerated, and Sharia law is banished from this country. I agree with that. But secularism is not the way to do that. You say that Islamic values and Islamic beliefs are being forced upon us. There are Sharia law courts, there are all kinds of injustices when it comes to cases involving Muslims and cases involving Christians. I mean, I agree with you, but that's not because of lack of secularism, is it? We've had aggressive secularism since the end of the Second World War, and look what's happened. You can't deny the evidence. Secularism is the ally of lefties and political correctness. Secularism means that, as you rightly say, that the separation of church and state. It means that our Christian values, our Christian heritage no longer has any role in government. Secularism means that any set of beliefs, any set of values, any set of morals can come to power. And the consequence of that is that the most forceful faith, the most zealous faith, will come to dominate. The person that you quoted, some American judge who said that secularism leads to Sharia law, I think eventually it will. When you say that atheism is the way forward, you're not helping. The only people that you're getting through to are people that might otherwise be Christians. There aren't any Muslims listening to you thinking, oh wow, Pat's right, I'm going to be an atheist now. All you're doing is giving Islam the upper hand. It's up to our leaders, our politicians, our famous people, our respected people, to set an example and to teach in our schools the truth. That it's our Christian culture that has given us all these wonderful things that we take for granted today. Sexual equality, racial equality, human rights, freedom of speech, political freedom, economic freedom, and prosperity. And then you're right when you say, in these Muslim countries, there is no freedom and prosperity. There is no freedom of speech, there is no freedom of religion, there is no equality. And it's not a coincidence that our Christian culture has led to this, and some other cultures don't. We need less secularism and more confidence in who we are and our values. And we need to stand up from the top down. We need to say that our values are better, objectively, than other values that come from other parts of the world. Only when we get confidence back in who we are will we be able to turn the tide from these fascist views which are encroaching in our beloved country. Peace.